Good afternoon, I suppose. It is good afternoon. And hold on, I better turn the sound down on this thing here. Just so. All right. Good afternoon and welcome to. I don't know if you can actually hear me or not. Let me make sure. All right, there we go. We're good now. I think we're good. All right. Anyway, good afternoon and welcome to a live stream. I thought I'd just jump on and do like a little impromptu live. I've not done one of these for a long time because it tends to be that all my work is at the shop, and then we've got a really terrible internet connection at the shop. So work is always at the shop, which means I don't have I can't do working streams and things like that anymore, which is a bit of a bummer at the moment. We are hoping to get proper internet in the shop in the next few weeks, and if we do, I'll be able to do more regular lives like I previously, like I used to, because I do like kind of just coming on and just pretending to work on whilst live streaming. So I thought I'd just jump on and do that now. Because I've brought some work home with me. It's technically my day off. It's Wednesday. We close the shop on a Wednesday, and so I'm meant to be chilling. But I thought, why not bring some work home? And it's kind of like fun work. It's not work. It's fun work. It's something that not everyone likes to do, but I love doing, which is taking apart computers and whatnot, and then like selling the little bits from them. So it can be quite lucrative depending on what you have, and when you've got a good supply of like electronics and computers and things that people are just literally dumping, it doesn't harm to just get hold of it and just break it apart and just sell it. So oftentimes when you have a computer's always made up of a number of components, and what I'll be doing is just taking those out apart and then seeing and just selling them, really, because they look like owe me nothing. I'll say a few hellos. Good to see Bumcrack Picker in the chat immediately. I respect that. Thank you so much for popping in. Chris B as well, another familiar name. Thank you for popping in. Silver Manny, another familiar name. Appreciate you popping in again. Michelle Lathan, of course, and Dave Weeks. Thanks for popping in, Dave. Kevin Rosen, Fix It for Reselling Lee, and DB Resells as well. Thank you for popping in, guys. Yeah, so very impromptu. But yeah, I basically got underneath this. Oh, how coincidental is that? I've placed this amazingly crocheted pumpkin on top of a couple of computers. I wonder why I did that. I just wanted to show this off, really. This isn't for sale. Rebecca crocheted this for the shop window. Look at the size of it. It's like the size of my head, bigger than my head, really. How nice is that, guys? I want to, just appreciate that. Look at that. She made that all by herself, handmade, crocheted pumpkin. So that's going to go in our shop window for Halloween, with some other bits and pieces. I just thought it's just so nice and soft, and yeah, it's really awesome. So, but yeah, over here we've got some computers that I'm going to like take apart, and that's going to be the stream, really. That is going to be it. So I'm going to take apart these computers, take bits out of them, and just list them whilst chatting to you guys. Yeah, so any comments and stuff, put them in the chat, but it's just going to be like a pretty chilled out stream like that while I'm just taking apart these computers. Honestly, worth looking out for. Some of you will know this already, but if you see like computer power supplies at car boots and things, definitely worth checking out. So for example, this is a HP power supply, and it's like 135 watt power supply, and it's used to power the what are called SFF PCs, or small form factor PCs. So like you have your regular tower PCs. Not everyone wants those, and obviously in office environments there's not room for like tons. Say you've got to have like 20 people working on computers, you can't have 20 desktop PCs, it takes up a lot of room. So oftentimes businesses will run little things like this. These are called small form factor PCs. Now that does make them, in my opinion, not quite as great for resell for parts as when you get full size stuff, because full size stuff is more compatible, and you'll be able to then get the custom PC gaming market involved. People like to buy bits and pieces. However, it is still worth picking them up if you get these cheap enough, because the processor in here, the memory in here, the power supply in here, possibly the hard drive, and even the motherboard, because it's proprietary, can have some can have some value. So I enjoy doing it, guys. Like, that's the thing. So just to give you an idea, power supply like this should fetch you around 20 quid on eBay. So if you see someone selling power supplies for like a quid or 2 quid or something like that, you should be looking at getting around 20 quid for an official HP power supply. Be aware there's obviously lots and lots and lots of third-party power supplies out there, and those won't ever fetch that kind of money. This is a branded Hewlett Packard HP compact. Look out for the names. Dell, obviously, you need it to be the branded stuff, and then you can ask more money for it. So definitely worth doing. But that's a power supply for this PC, and these are called small form factor or SFF PCs. So that's a nice little keyword for you. Yeah, SFF PCs. So also, PCs are not at all. They're not at all as scary as people think. Once you know the basics of them, they're just like Lego, really. Bits clip apart, and then you just pull bits and pieces out, and you should be fine. Can I just say a massive thank you to Peter Alexander? I can see that there is £2 super chat with a thumbs up. Really appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. So I'm going to get into the first PC now. This is a Hewlett Packard. It's running an Intel Core i5. I've tested this already, so it's a working computer, so I know it works. So whenever I list these bits, I just say parts taken from a working system, blah, and then a little photo of it, and then jobs are good, and right. So let me just take this apart. So the panel comes apart. Hey Tommy, how are you, man? Tommy has popped into the chat. Good to see Tommy Bernard. We're still waiting for the podcast. Now this is an interesting little computer because of the size of it, it's using SODIMM, like RAM. So the RAM is not DIMM, it's like SODIMM, which is like laptop RAM, which can actually be worth a bit more money. So that's pretty good. You got 2 sticks of RAM there. So underneath this here, this is like the CPU cooler. So the processor is underneath there. There's the memory. That's the disk drive, and then underneath that will be the hard drive. I think it's actually an SSD drive as well. So that's pretty cool. I believe it's got like 8 gigs of RAM, so the RAM will be good. So yeah, I'm gonna taking this apart. And the power. Where the hell is the power? Oh, I was just thinking, where's the power supply? Where's the power supply? Is obviously here. It's out of the box. So yeah, there we go. BCP says hi as well. DB Resell says, how do you test power supplies work if you don't have a plug to plug into it? Just go by the LED on the brick. You can go by the LED on the brick. Most times power supplies are not going to cause you an issue. If you've got like a traditional computer power supply, you can like with a 24-pin connector, that's what you'd find on a normal PC power supply. You can just kind of like jump that and get it started. However, that doesn't always work on fancier power supplies, which won't switch on unless they can feel a load on them. So, and by a load, I mean like stuff connected to them drawing current. They won't start running because it's like their power safety. So it can be a bit tricky. But with a power brick, honestly, what are the chances of you having any issues with it? But yeah, get a multimeter and just test the voltage on the connector. There you go. That's the smart thing to do. But there we go. So I'm going to take this apart now. I believe on this, you have to take the front bezel off. There you go. Front bezel pops off, and then you can access other bits and pieces quite easily. These are going to be more complicated than your average computer because of the size of them, so they use lots of weird proprietary connections, but they do make it quite user serviceable because obviously they're being sold to businesses and stuff, and you know, they need to be somewhat serviceable in case people wanted to add more hard drive space or whatever. So yeah, it's one of those things. Let me just see. When I was at school, my teacher said I was so dim, says BCP. Yeah, very funny, BCP. DIMMs are just the name. I won't pretend to know what it stands for, because I don't. But like DIMMs are basically like, it's just the name for you know, the memory. So you can just pull these memory. There you go. So that is a SODIMM. It actually says on it what it is. It's 8 gigs. Yes, SODIMM 12800 speed. So that 8 gigs of that's pretty good. 8 gigs, pretty happy with that. I just need to undo the other one as well. It just pops out. Yep. So that's now you've got to be careful. That says 8 gigs on the label, but this is actually 2 lots of 4 gig, so it's an 8 gig kit. So this is actually a kit to go together. It's not actually 4 gigs of sorry, it's not 16 gigs. That's 8 gigs in total. You wouldn't want to sell that as like, oh, look, here you go, here's 16 gigs, because it says 8 gigs, which is quite misleading, really. But there you go. So that is 8 gigs. So that's the memory out. Now I'm going to have to kind of just figure out how to remove the other bits and pieces. It shouldn't be too difficult. The drive pops out. These don't tend to have much value. These are just like DVD rewritable drives. When it comes to PCs, if you see a Blu-ray rewritable drive, not just playback but rewriter, those can be good money. Like you can get, if you get a Blu-ray drive, if you see a computer, even if it's like not fully working, bear in mind, I've removed a Blu-ray rewritable drive from a computer before, and the drive alone sold for 50 quid. Not often you'll see them. Most will have DVD writers like this. These, I mean, that's probably like a £7 job, I think. I'm going by other brands. I'll have a quick look for it anyway. Why not? It doesn't harm while I'm here. I will do a bit of Googler. Well, not Google, but you know what I mean. It's a GT80N, HP GT80N, because if it is worth some money, then that'll be good. But yeah, I thought not. 8 quid, you get like 8 quid for that with free shipping. But I suppose it's worth listing. I mean, people have got them listed and they do sell. Yeah, like 7. Okay, here you go. Let me just show you. So that's the I could get like, that guy got 7 quid. That guy got 12.85, 9.89. I mean, I could just chuck it, but it does sell, as you can see, just not for a lot of money. So that's something I have to think about. But I'll put that aside for now. Could be worth listing. Who knows? Yeah, I don't think I've seen a PC with a Blu-ray writer. Yeah, they're not often, but they are out there. They are out there, but obviously not that often. But obviously, if they were super regularly available, then they wouldn't be worth 50 quid, would they? So kind of like it's one of those situations. Now I need to undo this thing here. I think I need like a Torx screwdriver. I think that's the other thing. Bear with me. Okay, I'll get out my screwdrivers, just undo this. Ideally, I'd be listing something a lot easier. I actually recently come across an amazingly cool little haul of fantasy books. You know, like the fighting fantasy, they're called fighting fantasy books. They're like, you know, those kind of Dungeons and Dragons style books, but kind of based in just book form. And some of them could be quite valuable. And I've got like a whole lot of these. Okay, that won't work. I need to get my Torx screwdriver set. Sucks. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna use this. And oh gosh. And basically, I'd prefer to be listing that on stream, because obviously it's a lot easier. But they're all at work. I haven't gotten around to taking the photos of them, so I'll be doing that at work. But hopefully, once we've got our internet sorted, we're hopefully getting fiber put into the shop. Then I'll be able to do live streams from work, because that's where all my work is, and then I can actually do more of these kinds of videos. You know, that's the plan. Okay, so that comes. Does that not come apart? Okay, what am I missing here? That looks like nothing there. Okay. No. Okay, I need to remove this bracket. I know I do, because there you go. That's so easy. Look, see, sometimes stuff like that happens where you pull on little bits and pieces, and bits of it all comes out like that. Hey Sam, thanks for popping in. So there. Oh, that's a shame. That's actually a mechanical hard drive. That's not an SSD. which is a shame, but it could still have some value. The hard drive does work. 2.5-inch hard drives can still sometimes have a bit of value, although I doubt it will have a huge amount. Let me just see what it is. Like I said, I did boot this computer up. I always wanted to just take it apart. It's easier to store and sell, and I can dump like the casing and everything, because and then I can just sell these certain bits on its own. But yeah, once we get fiber installed at the shop, that's going to be the best thing. I can't wait. We've had so much trouble trying to get fiber installed. They keep on telling us we can't have it. And it's more of like an admin thing where they keep on telling us we can't have it. I know we can have it because like the kit is there, but when they search on their computers, they're like, oh no, you can't have it, which is really daft. But we finally managed to speak to someone that's trying to get fiber installed for us. Okay, so 500 gig. Yeah, this isn't going to be worth much. I'm going to find out what this is worth anyway, because it's only a nice little thing to kind of send out. Although I might end up just not bothering with that. Z7K 500-500 hard drive. See what that sells for. Oh, okay. Well, you can get a tenner for that. They go for tenors. That's not bad, is it? Like a little tenner. Yeah, screw it. That's exactly it. A laptop hard drive. Yep, $9.99. Okay, cool. $9.99. Bam. Job's a good one. So that's that. What's the memory worth? I didn't check what the memory's worth. Let's have a look. I think memory, 8 gigabytes of PC3L 12800 12800 so dim S. Okay. Yeah, memory should be about a tenner as well. So tenner for the memory, tenner for the hard drive, up to a tenner for the drive, and then the main thing is obviously going to be the CPU. So yeah, it's not bad. Can't grumble. The motherboard could be worth about 15 or 20 quid as well, depending if there is demand for them. I'll look at what the model number is, and then we'll see from that. But we'll do. Hey Z, how do you check for Bitcoin? I don't think you can check for Bitcoin, Lee. I don't think you can. I'm pretty sure you can't, because isn't it all like the keys? No. If there is any on here, good luck to whoever finds it and knows how to get it. I think it's quite a complicated thing to be able to get Bitcoin. I think from what I've seen on YouTube, I've seen people retrieving it, and it's like a real demon task to be able to do that. Right, so that has come off, but it still doesn't answer how I'm going to get rid of this. This is definitely a more awkward one than other ones I'm used to. Okay, that has to all come off. This whole thing has to come off. I've got to figure out how. Oh, okay, it's held in, isn't it? Is that all it is? Is it just held in? It might just be all held in. Who knows? We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I have an old PC from about 8 years ago. The graphics card broke on it, so I replaced it, but everything else works fine. I think anything would be worth listing. 8 years ago, what is it? Is it like you could break bits down. People are always building PCs, or if you could even sell it. People are still buying PCs, especially for gaming and things like that. So it's possible that it could still be worth something, but it depends what it is. Sometimes, people want PCs of a certain age. So yeah, it's possible. I'm doing this because I got these for literally next to nothing type thing. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. But you do obviously have to kind of factor stuff in. And plus, this is already turning out to be more of a hassle than I would have liked, because it just seems to be a little bit more, just more of a pain. Because other ones I've had, like Dell ones, are a lot easier to take apart, I think, than this. This thing is definitely a lot more of an ache, because I can only get to a couple of the bits that I need to get to. One of the bits is hidden underneath this chassis thing, and I need to. There's probably a video to watch that will make it really easy, so I'll have to watch that, I suppose, and then I'll be able to take this out because it shouldn't be that difficult. It's probably quite easy if I'm honest. Okay, that definitely comes out. There we go. It was a gaming PC, wasn't hugely high end, but it was never worth replacing the graphics card because of the cost of them, says Tom. Yeah, I mean, depending on what the spec is, there's a bit of software you can download called CPU ID for free, and if you download it, it's called CPU ID, and you run it, it will tell you what processor, what motherboard, what graphics card, and everything you've got installed, what memory, how much memory. So once you've gotten all of that kind of installed, you can, like, once you've got that installed and you can tell exactly what the components are, best thing to do is to do like a little Google search. But it could be worth just just listing the PC as a complete PC. Sometimes people do still buy old PCs. You can still get good money for old PCs. One thing that people do is they upgrade the cases on them to those fancy cases with RGB lighting and stuff. Okay, we've made some progress. I've now gotten more access to 3 of the screws, but there's this one screw still kind of annoyingly like here, which is just, I don't get that. How am I meant to remove this? This whole thing, this cage is meant to come apart, and I'm probably just being really dense. That's what my guess is. I'm probably being mega dense here. Why am I not able to undo this freaking cage? I think it lifts from there. Okay, that's just there. Okay, it's meant to definitely lift out. I think it's probably like something pull and lift or something. It's probably something simple, but not simple for me. And I'm going to have to figure out how to do it. That is kind of annoying. Will I be able to remove the CPU with just removing 3 screws? I don't think so. This strut, I did kind of undo that. Okay, I don't know if that goes like that or not, or it comes out. That definitely needs to come out, but oh gosh. Can't stay long, have to work. Just wanted to say hi. No worries at all. Thanks for popping in. Flipping Sports Guy, new name threw me off. I'm thinking, who the heck is this in my sub feed? Oh wow, Flipping Sports Guy. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's only me. Oh, there you go. The brace just pops off. I think that's what it is. You have to. There. Okay, that's something. The brace comes off like that, and then I think, do I have to undo the back or something? I don't know. Because that would make sense. So the brace comes off, and then there's something over here which should pull forward, I'm guessing. Yep, I think that comes up. Yeah, it's probably a lot easier than I'm making this. I think I'm just making a bit of a pig's ear out of this. Oop, okay, there we go. It's out. See, there's always an easy way, and I bet you, normally what I would do is I would watch like a video to see how to undo these. There's videos for all of these. So now we've got full access to the motherboard and the CPU. So I'm going to take the CPU out, and yeah, give it a clean up, and then that'll be easy to list. So that'll be, okay, let's get that off. I think it's only an i5 4570, which is like a 15 or 20 pound job or something, but still, I enjoy doing this. Sometimes I think it's fun to do stuff that you enjoy as well. And it's the only work I've got at home, like I said, so I'm doing what I had at home already. Ideally, I'd be listing other stuff, but I've got this at home, so I was like, why not? Why not just strip these and... There we go. Yeah, well, the case is definitely getting trashed, Lee. Yeah, and remove every screw in sight. Yeah. I just enjoy it. You know what? It's just fun. I just don't know how else to put it. It's fun for me. I wouldn't recommend this to for everyone, but I enjoy it. Okay, we're getting there. Just unscrew these. unscrew that, and we are out. There you go. Here's the CPU cooler. That won't be worth anything really. They can be sometimes, but this one I don't think is going to be worth anything. I once had a workstation that I took apart, and it had like a water cooled all-in-one loop, and I think I sold that for like 50 quid, which was bonkers. That's for just the cooler. And there is the processor, and that is an i5. That's only a 3470, so that's going to be quite a cheap processor, I think. i5 3470. I couldn't remember what it was. i5 3470S is i5 3470S. Let's see what they sell for at the moment. 3470S CPU. Yeah, it's like £12, £9. So, you know, not a lot of money in this. But once all the bits are sold, it's about 30, 40 quid probably. And they're nice, easy bits. There we go. And like I said, I enjoy doing it. Just take the CPU out. Ooh, got to be careful. There it is. Yay. That's the processor. And then I'll put that down. So those are the main bits. Now the motherboard, it'll be interesting to see whether this motherboard is worth removing or not, because sometimes they can be worth some money. But I'm gonna have to find the model number for it, and then we can do that. But I can just unplug all the other bits from it. May as well take that off as well. At least you don't have to worry about mains voltage caps in them. Just trash my multimeter probes by shorting on a 450 volt capacitor. Wow. Yeah, nothing like that I don't think I have to worry about, because that sounds kind of dangerous. This is the fan. Just unplug the fan. And there you go. Yeah, I'm going to take the motherboard out anyway. Hey, Michelle Suit, how are you? What computer? Okay. I should really use a proper Torx driver for this, but I don't think I've got the right size for these screws. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't think I've got the right... Nah, God, it's so annoying that I don't have the right size freaking driver. And I'm just going to strip that. Yeah, I'm going to have to be really careful with this. Can someone open a new Facebook account? I don't think so, Michelle Suit. I don't think you'll get that here. People opening Facebook accounts for you. Okay, I got that out. I'll get this one out as well. I hate how they use all these weird proprietary things, you know? It's just weird. You got a nice bang, did you? That would have been quite startling, I would have thought. Quite worrying. Once I've got this out, I'm going to have to take a picture of the label on it, and then I'll see whether it's worth anything. Probably be worth like very little, but get every little bit of profit out of this motherboard, why not? Am I missing a screw? First time I've taken one of these apart. It's not that bad, actually. They're not the worst things to deal with. Am I missing a screw? Like, this thing is not budging. I thought I'd... Okay. Is it that thing there? That can't be it. Could be. Could be that thing there, whatever that is. I don't even know how to remove that. I would have thought it just lifts above that. Okay. We just take this bit off at the end as well. The bangs make you pay attention. A small flathead should get those Torx screws out. Yeah. Okay, I've got this thing here as well to undo. I love just taking these bits apart, really. So, let's see what we can get here. No, that's not coming. Is that going to come apart or not? Yeah, that's going to come out. There we go. That bit comes out, and then that's what allows you to slide the motherboard, and it lifts out. There we go. See, they're so weirdly proprietary, these things. And now, the case is empty. The case is garbage. That's going to just go and get scrapped. Here is the motherboard, very proprietary. This is not going to be much use for someone unless they're looking to fix one of those computers, which will obviously affect its value. But sometimes you can be surprised with this stuff. Let me just take a photo of it. Where is my photo app? If I take my photo of it, I can just zoom in like 2 times, take a photo, and then I'll be able to see what this actually is. Okay, like that there for now. I mean, it's got like a lot of input outputs. It's got a part number on there. HP part number. Is that the part number? We'll see. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll try that part number and see if that's what it is. I can go in the rubbish. HP 656939. No, that can't be right, can it? It is. That is right. Okay. Oh, there you go. So the motherboard has sold for $30 and $35 before. I don't know if I can see any UK sales here. Yeah, HP. There's got to be a different model number for it. I mean, I could put in the name of the model number of the computer, and then put motherboard there, because that might actually help. That could probably be more useful. But yeah, it's so I could actually get potentially 30. They've sold for like $30, so maybe about 20 quid or something. And what I'll do is I'll just put the name of the computer in it. So what is this? This is a HP. What the frick is it though? What is the frickin' computer called? It is called a HP. There you go. There's the model number. It's on the side of the case. Elite 8300 Ultra Slim desktop motherboard. So I could just put that as the search term, and that should hopefully give me an idea of what this is worth. HP Elite 8300 small form factor, and I'll just put the motherboard, because most people are probably more likely to search for that. Oh, there you go. A bunch of these come up. Different prices, really. I don't think any of those are exactly my one. But if we go to solds, yeah, maybe it's worth listing. It might be a slow sell. A small form factor board sold for about £15, another one for 19. I could list it. I could. I might end up just listing it for the sake of it. It doesn't, it's taken apart now. It's not going to cost me any. That won't cost me anything. The only thing is I don't want to list it unless it sells fast. That's the only thing that's a bit, because I can't see the exact one. But then again, if I list it super cheap for like maybe tenner or something, maybe it'll sell quick. Also with these things, it's good to ship them with anti-static bags. Luckily, there's a shop on the high street that does computer stuff, and they provide me with anti-static bags, which is always nice. The taking apart is fun. It's putting back together. That's a headache. Good job you don't have to. Yeah, there's no plans to put this back together. So yeah, I've managed to get out of it all the bits that I wanted. The processor separated from the motherboard, the power supply, RAM, CPU, hard drive. So that is that computer done. I can just get on and list it and then get on to the next one. Dave Weeks says, laters. I've been working from Costa and they close in 15 minutes. No worries, Dave. Thank you for popping in. Really appreciate it. Thanks for everyone, by the way, that's in the chat. I know it's like a not very riveting content, but hey, that's just it. That is just it. So I can now get on and put these drafts together at least. So the CPU, that's a nice easy one, 3470S. i5 3470S, and I'll get that drafted. i5 3470S. What are people selling these for at the moment? A tenner. Yeah, excellent condition apparently. Okay, cool. That's a nice clean photo as well, actually. That's a really nice photo this person's taken. Respect. 2.9 gigahertz. Yep, that's the one. So I will get that drafted. CPUs always sell, I mean, obviously the more desirable ones sell quicker. Like I do have a CPU in that computer there that is about 50 quid. So that's just for the processor on its own. So it can be a lot more kind of valuable. So this computer that I've obviously taken apart, not so much, but still the other ones, they can be valuable. So worth doing. And quick sellers as well. Yeah, there you go. Someone's actually sold this whole complete PC and they'll get about 20 quid for it and they'll have to ship the PC. So I'm kind of like, yeah, that is easy, I suppose, but it's so much easier to store like the RAM and get like a tenner for it and stuff, in my opinion. But obviously, everyone to their own. I like messing with this stuff, so it makes more sense for me. If not, then no. Let's see. I'll get those listed. And once I've done that, I'm going to move on to another one. That's pretty much what this stream's going to be, if I'm honest. That's just it. I just fancy doing a little live stream. Let's go to create listing. Hope everyone's sales have been okay as well, by the way. Hope everyone's sales and all that jazz is going well. Because at the end of the day, that's why we do this, right? We just list Intel. See, the annoying thing about working, like doing this from home, is I'll be able to draft this stuff, but I'm not going to be able to list it until I photograph it, and then I'm going to have to do that at work anyway, at the shop. So I really can't wait until we get internet at the shop. I keep saying it because it's just been such a nightmare. It really has been. If I'd had internet at the shop, I can just do like everything from one place. In terms of like making live streams while I'm working, like the old working live streams. Whereas at the moment I can't really do that because it's just a bit of a faff. i5 3470S, 2.9 gigahertz. Hey Stephen PNG, hope you're well. Thanks for popping in. Tommy says, I took a truckload of cases to the dump 2 weeks ago. A few Leanne Lee cases in there. Pulled my heartstrings dumping them, but I need room for shoes. Leanne Lee cases are really nice as well, aren't they, Tommy? But I understand you need the room for shoes. Makes a lot of sense. That's the thing. You've got to kind of... There's so much comes into it, isn't there? Like you've only got a certain amount of space, so it's got to be full of good stuff, right? Like no point in just having a bunch of slow, large, bulky items taking up your space. Like I said, stuff like this is not going to take up any room. I mean, I know it's not a lot of money. I mean, that's like a tenner and a tenner or something, but a tenner and a tenner, literally these things cost me nothing. I can live with that. So makes sense. The hard drive as well, like the whole computer basically has been compacted into this. Look, even with the motherboard, there you go. That's like the whole computer is there for listings, and I kind of enjoyed doing it. So but yeah, dumping Leanne Lee cases would have been sad. Right, so this new eBay listing tool, I'm getting used to it. I think it's pretty good. CPU processors, Intel Core i5 3470 processor. That's it. Used. Continue to listing. I think it's found my processor, so why not? I'll use that. Quad core. Intel i5 3470S, 2.9 gigahertz quad core processor. Shipping has gotten so expensive in big stuff that it would have to sell on the East Coast to make it even worth the time. Yeah, we don't have. That's the thing. We don't have to worry about stuff like that, though, Tommy. Like our shipping is so cheap. Like anything under 2 kilos anywhere in the UK via Royal Mail is like £3.35 tracked. And then you've got other services you can use for like heavier items. But anything 2 kilos and under is only going to cost you like £3.35, and that's with Royal Mail tracked 48. And there are other obviously like companies that do it even cheaper. 2.9 unit quantity 1. So that's fine. Used good working order taken from taken from working system. Please see photos for further detail. Okay. Thanks for popping in, Tracy, and thank you for the $5 super chat. I can see it. Really do appreciate it. I'm not sure if it's going to pop up. It probably will. Yeah, but thank you so much. If it does work, let me know. I haven't seen it pop up yet. Oh.
Hi Z.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for that contribution. Now that you're both in here, the sound isn't off. The sound isn't off. I haven't got my headphones on, so I didn't hear it, but I could see it going there, and it pops up on the screen. So everyone else in the stream heard it. Now that you're both in here, when are we going to see the next live stream? When is it? Come on, Tommy and Tracy. When is it? I know you guys still. Come on, you have to do it. Just give us some hope. Any hope. Let me know. Please see photos for further detail. And then I'll draft this. Okay, so it's like £9. 49 will do. Why not? And bam. Save for later. There's a listing drafted. That's good. Tracy still can't beat the rash she has gone. No, come on. Be serious, Tommy. Be serious. Honestly, the internet needs it. Honestly, I think the reselling community needs it. Oh, come on, Tracy. Why? At least you're being honest, but why? Probably never. Why would you be like that? Like, why not? What's happened? Where are you? Like, are you just like, I see you outdoors and living life and stuff. What's that all about? The itchy ass is so annoying. Well, I'm glad that you guys are like still around and laughing and still silly, but come on, I'm kind of gutted. About that. That was such a cool thing you had going. Honestly, it really was. I'm a bit sad. Can you see it in my face? Genuinely a little bit sad. But there we go. I'm gonna list this RAM now. What is this to do? Actually, that draft I can kind of get rid of, I think. ProDesk. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of that draft there. Delete draft. Pow. Summer is almost over. I'll be stuck indoors for the winter. Will be easier, says Tommy. I hope so, Tommy. Honestly, I think you guys were offering a unique proposition. It was unique content in this whole kind of reselling thing. It was just fun. It wasn't really reselling, was it? It was just fun. Sorry about the sadness. It too shall pass. Oh gosh, Tracy. I'm glad that you're kind of enjoying outdoors life and stuff. You know that's good. But you know, do you go live on Instagram or anything? I don't really watch people that go live on Instagram though, to be honest. Off tech. PC3L. Oh, Tracy, you haven't seen this. You've just come in. Check out this. Check this out. Rebecca crocheted this. Look at this. Look at that. It won't. Yeah, don't make it about reselling. Honestly, reselling is so like yeah. Don't talk about that. It's so boring, isn't it? Look at this. How cool is that? I'm just showing everyone in case Tracy didn't see it and Tommy didn't see it. But well, Tommy would have seen it because he was in first. But how cool is that? How huge is that? Just wanted to show that to you. Yeah, I know what you mean. You know what? Reselling content can be. It is. It's the same, isn't it? It is the same. It's all the same. But yeah, I only allow myself 3.2 seconds on Insta per day. That's good. That's a decent amount of time for any social media. I'll be honest with you though, guys. I like it's not for sale though, Tracy. Sorry, but it is cute, isn't it? How cute is that? She just made it. It's amazing. Isn't she? What's she doing with me, man? Honestly, I don't even know. She like makes all kinds of stuff. I don't make nothing, man. I don't even make dinner. I eat the dinner though, so that's got to count for something, right? PC3L 12800 sodium, and it sells for sold 8 gigs free postage. Wow, someone got £13.95. That's not bad. Someone got like a fair amount. You're very lucky. She got the short end of the stick. I think so, Tracy. I think so. She did. She did. But apparently, I'm like, she likes me, so I can't grumble, can I? I mean, I guess she finds me funny or something. I don't know. But I go with it. We have all been wondering how you picked her up since day one. Must be the posh voice. You know what? It probably was. It was probably like a combination of things. I was a lot better looking, and maybe she's shallow, and so she fell for the looks, and now she's paying the price for being so shallow. You see? Maybe that's what it was, right? You know? had she, no, if she's listening to this, she'll kill me for saying that. I'm obviously joking, but still. I don't know. I was a lot kind of, there was a lot more to it. Now I'm just like a blob, right? So, all right, what is this? So this person is saying 8 gig sodium. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. I'm pretty sure 2 times 4 gigs. Bought used leftover from project. That says 4 gig. So now I'm starting to think, was this actually 8 gig? It could be 8 gig. I think it is 8 gig. Relisted. I wasn't able to log into the actual Windows because there was something up with me logging into it. So I'm guessing this actually is 8 gig. So I could sell one of these sticks for about 12 quid. Result. That's a result. I think I'm going to do that. Just put it on as a quantity too and call it a day. Free postage, £13.95. Yeah, that is awesome. £13.95. That's 1600 megahertz, 12800. That is awesome. I'm thrilled. 25 quid for memory. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. Do you ever think that though? Like, do you ever think how do you manage to kind of survive this long, even like in relationships and stuff? You do sometimes think, don't you? Like, she's so smart. We were all better looking in the past. Sometimes that makes me sad, but also sometimes who cares? Yeah, I know, but the part. I still kind of cling back and I think, oh, I need to lose weight and be slim again. It would make me happier. I don't know. It would make me happier. This stream has gotten off the rails, very, very much so. But I'm going with it. But yeah, you're right. It does. Sometimes you do think, man, I wish I could just look after myself. I've just let it go. I've got like 2 missing teeth. I'm probably gonna have another one out at some point. Soon I'm gonna look like a yokel. Like Brandine. Come here, Cletus. That'll be me soon. I don't want to be like that. Nothing wrong with people that are like that. Obviously, I should just add, just in case. Come on. All right, I'm gonna list this memory. That's a result. Actually, I'm impressed. It is actually 8 gigs a stick. And it is gonna be like 12 quid a pop. So that's 24 there. Plus the CPU, that's like 34. That'll do. That's not bad. Power supply is obviously gonna be like 20 as well, which is cool. So off-tech PCL PC3L 12800. I enjoy cooking and baking too much to be skinny against this Tracy. Oh, you know what? Cooking and baking. Rebecca's actually making a chicken curry now, and so we're going to be having a curry tonight. Oh, yeah, she's really good at cooking as well now. So it's like, yeah, gotta love a good food. Oh, they opened a Five Guys near me. I'm so happy. They opened Five Guys in town in Preston. So tasty, so tasty. They do really nice milkshakes and their burgers. Oh, their burgers are so good. Like, I just talking about them makes me want to drive like 25 minutes just to have a burger. They're not that Preston is about 25-minute drive, but it's worth it. Man, I might do that. I might have like a Five Guys burger, but I don't know. It's a waste of money as well. I've got to be careful. Might have one tomorrow. Maybe I'll have it tomorrow. Mm-mm. Five Guys is so expensive. It is, Damien, but it's so tasty as well. Five Guys is just the top. Everything about it tastes good. Like, you can get the regular burger. They call it the small burger, like the small cheeseburger. The small cheeseburger just has one patty, but because of the amount of fillings, it's still really quite a big burger. The regular burger is like 2 patties, and it's just even more substantial. But oh yeah, guys, let me just show you the memory. So this is the memory. Look, 8 gigs, £14, £12. So yeah, this guy was selling different makes for 17 quid. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to just put mine up for like that kind of money, like £12. I'm cooking spicy chicken fajitas. Oh, that sounds really nice, actually. And Five Guys do really tasty Cajun fries as well. But chicken fajitas sounds nice, Silver Manny. A good relish is important as well. But yes, I agree, it's nice. Mine is less than 5 minutes. Oh, Damien, 5 minutes? See, mine's a good 25-minute drive, so I have to kind of. It's quite a journey. It's 12 miles away. Like 25 minutes it takes to get there. At least 25 minutes. If there's traffic, probably closer to half an hour. But man alive, just so tasty. Do they actually use real meat? Yes, Tommy, they use real meat. It's a proper kitchen. When you go in there, the kitchen is buzzing. They make your food to order. The patties are being grilled in front of you. It's nice chuck meat, as you would call it. Really good mince, really good. It's an actual good eating place. It's not like the other stuff. Obviously, the meat, you might be like, oh, our meat's the best, but we do have good meat here in the UK as well. But also, I don't want to talk too much about meat because I'm a guilty meat eater. So kind of let's not talk about it. It's really tasty though. Right, I'm gonna list this RAM now. Finally, let's do it. Sell one like this. Do 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 do. I'm running out of coffee. I can't add photos because I don't know freaking photos because I'm freaking at home. You know what? Having your stuff in 2 separate places, I just hate it so much. Not cool. Is it? When you press so dim. SODIM. Okay. Off-tech PC3 8 GB. Why is everything freaking capital in this guy's title? I hate when people do that. Off-tech 8 GB PC3 L-12800. So dim. RAM module for laptop or SFF PC. There we go. Brand off-tech, type DDR3, capacity 8 gigs, number of modules 1, and it's a SODIMM model. Is there a model? HEL 1. Oh, hold on. 4145554. There you go. Laptop or notebook used, and we'll do that. Good working order taken from a working system, and it's going to be £11.99. We've got a quantity of 2 of those, and that's going to be saved for later as well. There you go. Yay! Look at this. There's 2 things sorted. And then there is this here. Needs to be formatted really, but there we go. Which airport is closest to you? Z? Manchester. Yes, it is Manchester, Tommy. That is the closest airport. There's Manchester, there's Liverpool. Yeah, those are the closest ones. We're coming over to the UK. Man, we could go to Five Guys. Next item. I think I'm going to list this power supply. That'll be quite a nice, easy listing. Man, I can't even see the small writing on labels. You know when you can tell when you're just getting old, when you can't just read the labels anymore on small things like that. You look at them and you're like, oh god, I just can't make it out. Just can't quite see it. Damn. Hate being old, man. Being old sucks. There's no positive to it, is there? HP power number. There we go. Uh, 397747. HP 397747-01. Yep. Wow, is someone seriously asking? That's just crazy money. That's like, okay. See what they sell for. Yep, there you go. Yeah, 20 quid. 20 quid. I think that is fine. 39774. Why is that? 39. Yeah, I'm gonna sell one like this. I sold for 17 quid, but there we go. I'll pack my lunch, lol. Yes, Tommy. I hope things are going well though for you guys. I know you're probably super busy, like I said, with your shoes and all that. It's just good to see you guys in the chat, man. Just good. It is just good. Wow, this guy sold 5 of those dims. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. HP Compact 135 for HP Elite. Yeah, we'll just keep that as it is. Custom bundle, no. Unit quantity 1 unit. Power adapter used. Paste. So easy to list on this thing though, man. Honestly, I've got to say, listing on the new eBay. I like the new listing system. It seems pretty easy to just get through. Okay. I just got to take some photos of this crap at some point, that's all. Alright. SATA. HGST. HGST. What is it? HGST. Model, what's the model number? It's 500 gigabyte Z7 K500. There we go. Sells for a tenner. Used $6.99 per shipping, $7.99 per shipping, £10. HGST. That'll do. One that sold for £10. 10 available and 10 sold. Wow, he's selling them for a tenner each. Formatted, fully tested and working, no bad sectors. See, that's a good thing. You should really format it, shouldn't I? Should kind of format this. Should mean plugging it into something. And it's long. Could plug it into my computer and just do it. Actually, might be a good idea. Might just open my computer up. Might just set up a little computer here. I think I need a little test bench or something. That would be ideal. Then I can just swap parts in and out of it. That would be ideal. Right. Wow, guys. All right, I've just noticed the time because it started to get dark. And I was like, what's the time? And it started to get dark. And I've now been chatting on here for an hour. It's quite a long time. I'll get this hard drive listed, at least drafted, and then I will call it a day, I think. Sell it yourself. I'm just going to use a self-similar, so it won't take long at all. I'll add photos later. Yeah, this guy's done all the work, which is brilliant. Customer will know. Used. Bam. Okay, and we're going to sell it for like $9.99 as well. And we'll just save that for later. So easy to just get some listings ready. So that's like 4 things sorted. And I suppose I could do this motherboard. Just thinking whether it's worth it or not. It's so proprietary. But then again, it could surprise me. I suppose if it doesn't sell within a couple months, I'll just get rid of it. I think that's the only thing I can do. But yeah. You can buy a cheap USB to hard drive connector. Just plug into PC and format laptop hard drives. Yep, that's a good idea. I could get one of those, but I'd love a test bench anyway, just to have one, like, so I could just, why not? Just have a test bench would be sick. Like you can get like open frames and you just have you have like your basic setup, so you can swap in and out components and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, makes it nice and easy to test different components. But yeah, I could just get a little adapter and do it that way as well. So that will work, which is probably what I'll end up doing until I can get because the thing is, again, I don't want to set up a test bench and then have that set up at home. I want everything to be at the shop. Like I said, once we get broadband at the shop, everything's at the shop. I'll be able to do more like live streams, like working live streams and working hangouts and stuff. I hate bringing stuff home, having bits here, and I don't normally do it. That's why I don't really kind of do working hangouts and stuff as much. But yeah, all this stuff will ideally be at the shop in the back. And then I could have like a nice little setup there where I can just change parts over. But yeah, I think I'll do that. Let me have a look at this motherboard. I did take a photo of it. Where are my photos? Where's my motherboard? There it is. HP part number 656939. HP 656939. 656939 dash 001 sold $27.60. God, there's no UK sales for the motherboard. It's the only thing that puts me off. It has sold for $30 plus shipping in America, but I don't really want to list it if it's just sold in America. Do you know what I mean? Like, ideally, I'd want it to. Oh God! And they sold both of them. They had two. They sold both of them. So... You know what? I'm just gonna list it. Computer motherboards. And we'll just do it. We're just gonna list it. Hey, Mother's Mustache, how are you? Tommy, I have an idea. If you and Tracy ever go live again, lurker alert, just post a join link, and those that want to join can join. Yeah, it would be so great, wouldn't it, if they decided to come back? But they've kind of said they're not going to. Tommy's kind of saying, well, maybe in the winter when it's colder, but he's not going to. He's just saying it. Um, there's none for sale in the UK, Sam. That's the problem. Two have sold in America recently. The last one sold on the 26th of August. So they do sell in America, but I've not seen any sell in the UK. But there's none for sale either. So I don't know. I'll stick it on and I'll see what happens. Worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna like. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll just take it off. I'll remember. I'll see it and I'll take it off after a few months. I'll be like, nah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not messing with you. Um. So we're gonna give it a go anyway. Why not? It's very proprietary. That's the thing. It really is just for people that like need, to replace it. So, you would list it, says Sam. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go, Sam. It's if it sells, I'll list it cheap. I'm only gonna list it for like 20 quid. And we'll see what happens. It's like a ultra small. What is it? It is a super small form factor case. See, nothing. It's all proprietary, really. That's the problem. HB Compact Elite. It's an 1150 whatever. Maybe lower to account for posting to the US, says Sam. Maybe that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good idea. Compatible brand. It's an Intel board. Socket. It's an 1150. What's an i5 3470 LGA? Is it 3470S? What socket is it? i5 3470S. And it is socket. What socket is it? 1155. LGA 1155. There we go. Number of memory slots. It's got 2. Memory type is DDR3. Model. There's no model. I think that's enough. I think I'm just going to keep it at that. Keep it nice and simple. And we'll just be like taken from working system, call it a day and see what happens. They'll never come back, but if they do, it'll divert all the attention on them. Honestly, Mother's Mustache, they really should. It's not fair. Yeah, just create an open panel. No one does an open panel, says Mother's Mustache. Yeah, I know. Like, I tell you why. Like, well, I don't know why people don't do it. The reason why I don't do it is because I don't really want to talk to anyone. I'm very antisocial. So I don't mind doing this, but otherwise I'm not often in the mood to chat to people. Sometimes I will, but it's not been for a while. So I don't. But I don't know about other people. Let's have a look. Taken from a working. An open panel would be fun. I mean, there are some people that do it. Like here in the UK, there used to be a couple of guys that used to do what's called like the waffle chat, which is quite a lot of fun. They go live every now and then, but not often. I mean, quite a few people do it. Obviously, I know Carbo Chris normally has people on his live streams, like, but not often. But like certain people, most people bore me. I'd never do that, says Tommy. That's just it, Tommy. That's just it. Taken from a working system. Please see photos for further detail. Radio. Copy and paste that in. Yeah, at least it's done now. I'll put that on for like 19.99 and we'll see what happens. Save for later. Yay. Okay. So that is done. I'm going to start a channel. No one will notice me. I'll leave open panel. I'll just be an icon. Yeah, do it, man. Just do it. Sometimes you have to try these things. But yeah, I'm antisocial as well. Most people are. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I it's weird, but like I don't mind doing like I I like talking to people in real life. Um, Real life is good. When I'm doing this, like the kind of live streams and stuff, that's fine. But that's because it's just like talking to you guys on the internet. That's cool. But if I'm talking to people, I kind of prefer like talking to them face to face. I don't know. I mean, I have done live panel stuff before, like with other people, but I don't know. I haven't done it for a long time now. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just chilling now. You got to do what's comfortable for you. Um, I don't think I'm comfortable in like a group of people on the internet. That's all. Like I not yet. I don't think I've found something like that I'd be comfortable with, like just live chatting. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that. Who knows? I'm just saying stuff really. Oh god. So, like I said, news. Let me just update you. If I spoke once, some would know though. Oh, okay. Um. Right. So the plan is, I will be getting fiber broadband from the shop. Once I get fiber broadband from the shop, I'm going to make an effort to do a lot more live streams, of just listing and hanging out, and maybe I'll have people on. Maybe I'll do it. But part of the reason I don't do it, I think, is actually because I use OBS. I don't use StreamYard. There you go. That's one of the main reasons, because I can't do it. I don't use StreamYard. I just use OBS. I like OBS. Gives you more flexibility and all that kind of stuff. It's more just I like the streaming software. But then the downside of that is I can't easily invite people in because I've not looked into how to do it. I'm sure there's easy ways of doing it. Yeah, I just haven't done it. But yeah, once I get fiber at the shop, we're going to be doing a lot more live streams from the shop, of like just whatever I'm listing there. I had some much cooler stuff to show you and list at the shop. Like I got this really cool board game, like Miss World board game. That's really cool. That would have been a cool thing to show you guys. Like I said, this huge collection of fantasy fiction, fantasy fighting books. Could have shown you that, but it's all at work. Anyway, I like people if they are honest and good. Problem is 90% of people on YouTube are full of crap and try to impress by being fake. Yeah, maybe that's the case. Um, maybe that's the case, Tracy. I think there is something to that. I think people like to perform. Like when you're on the internet, itchy ear. Yeah, when you're on the internet, I think it makes it. Like Craigslist Hunter said this, didn't he? When he said like when people come in to trade stuff into him, and in his shop, and they come in and they're like, and if they see that they're on camera, he says they play up. I don't know if any of you guys heard him say that, but I might be making it up and putting words in his mouth, so please let me know. But I'm pretty sure he said that when people come to his shop and then they see that they're on camera, and they're about to negotiate, suddenly they're like, suddenly they become actors and start performing. And I think obviously there's cameras do that to people. It's kind of weird sitting here in the dark, just talking to like a camera. It's a bit weird. So you might end up performing a little or something. I don't know. But let me know if any one of you heard Crazy Hunter mention that in the past. But yeah, Tommy says OBS Ninja peer to peer. I've not even looked into that, but I will look into that now, Tommy. I will look into that because that sounds like it could be what I need, because I want to continue using OBS. I like it. I just like it as a software and whatnot. And Tommy says he said that 100%. And Silver Manny says, yes, he said that. There we go. I'm right. My memory has not failed me yet. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, people just do it. It's like, it's so kind of easy to to put on. You know, like Beck always laughs at me because she says I've got a telephone voice. So when I answer the telephone, apparently I have a telephone voice. I don't mean to do it. So it's not like a nefarious thing necessarily. Like I'm not on purposely doing it, but apparently I speak differently on the telephone. So if you have a telephone, or like if I don't know who's answering the phone, and I'm answering the phone, and I'm like, saying hi or whatever, apparently I've got a telephone voice. So maybe people just have that happen when when they go live. Maybe they just go like, hey, Tracy, sadly, it's true. Hey, by the way, hope y'all have a blast on the trip. What trip? You going on a trip? Wow, that sounds good. Hope you do have a blast on the trip, as Mother's Mustache says. I don't know where you're going, but I hope you have a good time. Gimbal, how are you? Now then, what's going on here then, Z and all? Hey, Gimbal, I decided to do a live stream because I've not done one in a while, and I sat here and I took apart a low end computer and I listed, or I kind of drafted because I haven't got like, I'm using my camera to stream, so I've not photographed this, but I listed some items like like memory, CPU, and all that. Ooh, that's memory there actually, CPU, and some other computer bits, and that was it. And I was just explaining to people that I will be doing more live streams once we get fiber optic fitted at the shop, and hopefully it's happening soon. Hopefully, I'll know early November. The time to wait is ridiculous. I think our date for installation is sometime early November. I can't remember the date, but it's sometime early November. And this was booked a good few days ago. And I'm kind of like, man alive, why is it taking so long? Like, it's been a complete nightmare just to get someone to even say we can have fiber broadband. But once we do, I'm going to be doing a lot more kind of just if you've been there before, like the kind of stuff, just random live streams, just about random stuff. And that'll be it. Bum 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 bum. And Sam says, to be fair, it is weird to randomly be on camera. It's difficult to try to act normal once you realize you're on camera, says Sam. Very true. Very true. Like, it kind of, if you, I think, I don't know, it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be. Like, it, how do you explain it? Yeah, the act itself is very strange. Like right now, I'm sat here. There's no other humans in this room, right? There's just me in this room. It's getting dark, and like I can't hear you guys talking. I can see you guys typing, and I'm just looking like, or I'm trying my best to look at the lens rather than looking at the monitor. So I'm looking at the lens, and I'm just talking to you. So that in itself is really, really strange, right? Like, but I don't think you have to be fake about it. You can just do it. Like the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Like I don't find it awkward now. Like I'll find it awkward doing it in public because I'm seeing other people, and then they'll be looking at you going like, "What is this? Who does he think he is?" But at home, in the privacy of my look, and it's in the privacy of like my little conservatory. It's like my little kind of hole in the house that I hang out in. In here, I feel very comfortable to just talk and be myself, and so I think it comes with time. I don't think you have to be like abnormal. Yes, where has Gimbal been, says Tommy. Yes, nice to see Gimbal in the chat. Maybe there's just not been that many chats. I don't know. Has there been loads of live chats? Maybe there's not been as many chats. Who knows? But yeah, like I said, hopefully I'll be doing a lot more going forward once we get this freaking internet situation sorted. And in the meantime, I might just do more from here anyway. I might do more live streaming from here anyway. Thanks Ainsley. It will be great, says Tracy. Okay, I meant more the Craigslist Hunter thing. Oh yeah. I mean, yes, that's like an extreme example of it, but I think there is something to be said about people just acting different as well when the camera's on. I think there is something to be said to that. Gimbal at Tommy, I've been off to London to visit the Queen. Oh wait, no, not literally. Rip Your Majesty, just busy, Tommy and hydration. Exactly, yeah. Just everyone's busy, aren't they? Everyone's busy. Well, it's now hit 6:30. So thank you for everyone that is in the chat. So, like 26 of you. Thank you for everyone that's popped in and said hi, made some comments. I will attempt to go live again. Shall I just go live again tomorrow? Maybe, I don't know. I'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just start just going randomly live with stuff. I might start bringing stuff home to do specifically, or I might just, I don't know. I might just start doing some lives. Who knows? See if I can get some chats going. Would it be nice to kind of do chats with other people? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. We'll figure it out. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys, and see you later.